This is what happens when you blind pick stuff off a website, thinking that it's gonna be one thing and then find out it's something completely different. Every month I put in an order for 𝐷𝐿 fragrances that I want to showcase on the channel. So I picked one called Mardi Gras Elixir. And 𝐷𝐿 has a shitload of Elixir fragrances, which are usually hybrid fragrances. But come to find out, fresh out of the mailbox, it's an inspired expression to a Bond No. 9 fragrance, which is Bond No. 9 New Orleans? What the hell's that? As a person who isn't the biggest Bond No. 9 fan, I don't know how this is gonna smell like. I had one impression in my head and clearly it's not it, so let's roll my music to see if we discover some sexiness in a Bond No. 9 New Orleans DNA. Oh, it's gonna be rough. We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba. Bless you, one of my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝐷𝐶𝗏 Shout out to 𝐷𝐿 for sponsoring today's video, and I picked this, so it's all my fault. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a hybrid, like a wild hybrid. I saw Elixir, and I'm like, damn, there's so many Elixir fragrances within the 𝐷𝐿 lineup. This is probably gonna be a real fun, maybe Louisianic taste of hybrid of crazy fragrances, but it's just Bond No. 9 New Orleans, which I'm not familiar with at all. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, is there really that many Bond No. 9 fragrances with all these locations? Like, I just thought it was a New York thing. I wasn't really well aware that it was like all over. But let's check out the notes of this fragrance. Again, it's fresh out of the mailbox. I didn't look up any information until now, and well, we'll see. All right, so the notes of the fragrance are vanilla, tuberose, cassis, violet leaf, blackcurrant, mandarin orange, lily of the valley, bergamot, cinnamon, patchouli, amber, and sandalwood. I mean, yeah, sounds alright.
Yeah, you're right, it's probably okay.
Usually when a fragrance has tuberose in it though, I've compared it before to a dusty cocaine-ish kind of floral scent. It's a powdery, but just kind of weird. It's almost like a floral version of baking soda. For some reason, that's what it comes to my nose, and I don't necessarily love it. Maybe it'll be different in this, I doubt it. But we'll find out and see if something inspired by Bond No. 9's New Orleans is any good. Let's go. Definitely get the tuberose, mad florals. This leans femme.com. This is like a pretty sitch up in this piece. It's fruity, candy, white floral. It's pretty. I would never be able to pull this off. Now I gotta think of this from a feminine perspective, because masculinity, this does not have. It smells very floral, super feminine. I'm gonna spray it on my skin. I already know it's not gonna be a fragrance for me, or probably the majority of dudes on my channel, unless you're more focused on floral scents and that's your type of shit. But I think it's a pretty fragrance. It just screams overly femme for my personal taste. The tuberose is too much though. The tuberose, that powderiness, for me, it's not a go. Like, I can't pull that shit off for nothing. But I'm gonna think of it, again, from a feminine perspective, just to, you know, broaden the horizons, because I've even been tinkering with the idea, like from a dude's point of view. So you know how we got the female fragrance reviewers for dudes? Like, if I go over and do like shit just for women, that'd be kind of crazy, but it would, you know, it would be a very specific crowd. It would have to be like ratchet chicks who are fun and not so fucking serious and stuck up and take shit so wild, like,
Makes total sense.
Very powdery, floral forward, slightly sweet. Age demographic, I would say over 30s for women. Less casual and more dressed up, classy, business-like. Soft, elegant, could also be put together like in a wedding situation or bridal situation. I can absolutely see this scent being played off, kind of that bridal motif kind of look. It does have an element of class and refinement and sophistication. There's no turn up ratchet energy about this joint, but it's 100% feminine leaning. There's nothing here that screams something that has unisex capability. Unfortunately for me, on the male perspective, it is not a ball sprayer. On the feminine side, if you're 30 and over, full-blown classy female who likes a powdery floral essence fragrance and your business chic type flow, I would rate this a solid 6.2. So that's my interpretation of Mardi Gras Elixir by 𝐷𝐿, aka an inspired expression for Bond No. 9's New Orleans. Let me know what Bond No. 9 fragrance you consider the absolute must-have in your collection, and maybe I'll get the actual original or the inspired expression, or possibly both to do a side by side. Because I haven't found a bond yet that'll blow my doors off. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start attack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.